Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerdadell Beastman's Beastman Review. Today we are going to be taking a look at one of my favorite Transformers. I've had these for quite a while. I remember I got this when it was still brand new. I bought him, I bought Megatron, and I bought Bumblebee. The Transformers 2010 War for Cybertron, not to be confused with the War for Cybertron trilogy that most fans who have been getting into the Transformers scene, this has been a lot of their major collection, you could say. So, we're going to be going back. I know this ain't no Throwback Thursday, but I've been looking at my collection. I was like, you know what? I was thinking, should I do him? Or should I do my Transformers Universe Vector Prime? And I did Optimus Primal yesterday, so I'm like, you know what? Let's stick with some of the leaders. So we're taking a look at the victorious, wise, and powerful, noble, yet gentle leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. Let's take a look at him in his vehicle mode. Now, he does have, some engineering for its time. It's not bad. I do enjoy the Cybertronian vehicles that we got from, of course, Transformers War for Cybertron and then later Fall of Cybertron. I like the sleek look to it. It reminds me of almost like if it was all painted black and some like light blue highlights, it would look like some kind of version of like the Batmobile. So, as you can see, there are some almost fake-looking windshields. Oh, sorry. Need to get my cool little pointer. I like how it glows. So right here, it does give the representation of windshields, much like his Earth mode would have. It does have a nice little bumper and a nice little grill. Well, let me do it with this side. Here we go. This works a little bit more better for me. So, I like the really lit up looking version of the paint app that they used to make it look like, how he looked in the game, or they had like the panels of like almost like an energon glow that the Autobots had red, the Decepticons had purple, of course. And he does have that on his bumper too. Look at the side. He has that same really cool glowing red around his rims. And he's got some nice little silver paint apps that kind of correspond with the same color as his grill. I do like how his smokestacks look in this Cybertronian mode. They just right out to the back. And there we go. He's got his taillights. If you're going to blink twice. Let me know what you think about that reference. Do you get it? Do you get the reference? It's from a really old movie. And, of course, the one thing I can say is that it does roll. It does roll indeed. He does roll out. So, the wheels function. The wheels do function as wheels should. Can't say that for all wheels. Not all wheels are made equal, I suppose, with the Transformer figures. There's some that, I don't know. I guess they're just for the looks, because they are very... they look like they're pretty good detailed. I'm looking at a couple of them right now, and I'm thinking, yeah, those don't really roll very good. They get stuck because they're on mushroom pegs. It's just kind of an odd choice of wheels. They just pop off half the time. Weapon storage. Yes, weapon storage. Let's get on to the weapon storage. He does have a port for his ion blaster. And is just right there. It just plugs in right there. And Twilly-dee, Twilla-da. Cybertron truck mode. Here we come. That's not a good rhyme. Now, for comparison, we got the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy Cybertronian version of Optimus Prime's truck mode. And as you can tell, it's heavily more Earth-esque, which I don't have a problem with. I do like how they both have almost very similar weapon storage, although this one pulls it off a whole lot more cleaner. It's more centralized. This is just like plugged on the top of his cab. It does look very Earth mode-esque. So, I mean, to me, now if I never had seen Transformers War for Cybertron Siege, and this figure just dropped, and be like, okay, it's just like a really cool, like, you know, like battle ready Optimus Prime, just because he's got, you know, machine guns on the front of his truck, and most semis don't. Most semis don't have machine guns. Can't say they don't, but so I mean, when it comes between one and the other, this one definitely is more Cybertronian in nature. It looks more alien than this one. This looks like some really like badass human-made semi with like glowing grills and the whole shebang. So, I mean, this one definitely has the better alien, like, definitely, like, if you saw this driving down the road, you'd think, okay, maybe that's not from Earth. Just saying, you know. If you're at, you know, Subway getting a, you know, seafood melt or whatever those sandwiches were called, you'd be like, okay, that's... yeah, that car is definitely not from Earth. That's not a really good one. But you get the point. It's not very Earth looking, and that's what I really like about it. But in all other notes, let's go on to the transformation. And here we come in his robot mode. Now, I really do like the aesthetic they were going with this version of Optimus, because he's not your, you know, slender Optimus by any means, but nonetheless he does have some good articulation. Can do a full 360 at his head, full 360 at his shoulder, can do a 360 at the bicep, and he doesn't have any waist articulation, but that's okay. Can do a 360 at the thigh, and he's got some good knee articulation. Kind of on the double hinge, and that's because of transformation. One thing, if you really want to, this is how I used to set up when I was a kid. These, you normally would just fold downwards, but I kind of like that look. It looks like knee pads, and to me, I thought that just looked cool when I was, can't really say when I was a kid, but you know, my later teen years, when I'm still into Transformers neck deep as I was when I was 7 years old. You can get some really good poses. He's very well balanced. It's a very well balanced figure, part of a complete breakfast. One thing I thought that was really cool, and a lot of people probably don't know about this, when I was fiddling around with him and Megatron back in the day, now this is where the pun comes in. If you take a look at his back, you don't really bother looking at it. It's in the game, though. It's in Transformers War for Cybertron when you're playing as Optimus and Megatron. You see it, and I was like, if you look on his back, and let's see if I can get this to focus. Yeah, right here. There is an Autobot-looking insignia that is on his back. There we go. You can see it better right here. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has ever, pointed that out. But I always thought that was cool. And it's just the Optimus and Megatron. I'll eventually do Megatron here in the next coming weeks, or I might do it for a Throwback Thursday. I just was thinking, hey, you know what? There we go. Scan this, Megatron. That's when he would give him the bird. And yes, the laser beak. The giant flying turkey. I do enjoy the head sculpt on him, though. It's very different. I do like how these are kind of higher. They look like Batman's ears. And again, this harkens back to like, hey, like this would be cool for like, a Batmobile repaint. Which, if I had another one, maybe I would. Maybe I would definitely do Batman as a Transformer. I know there's a third-party one, but I digress. He does have a nice typographed Autobot insignia on both of his shoulders. I thought about using some of the ones that I got from Toy Hacks that have the cool energy plate looking design, and they're kind of like holographic stickers. He's got the same really cool glowing red, and that's the same red as his Autobot insignias are painted as well. I love the amount of paint apps that this has. Doesn't have a lot, it just has enough. A figure doesn't need to be completely soaked in paint to make it stand out. A perfect balance between good colored plastics and just the right paint applications make the figure really stand out amongst the others on your shelf. I learned that from Beast Wars. It didn't need a lot of paint. It needed just the right amount. But yeah, there we go. And before we end this, you're probably wondering, wait, where's his ion blaster? Well, right here it is. And if you flip this little fin down, bam, it does like an auto transform on it, an automorph feature. And Optimus Prime's ready to bust some Decepticons. Megatron, where is the cube? I don't have it. Wait, I am Optimus Prime too. No, you're a truck. Damn. Oh, that was awkward. Yeah, there we go. Transformers War for Cybertron 2010. Optimus Prime. Let me know in the comments what you think about this figure. Do you have it? Did you have it? Did you ever want it? I'm curious, Let me know in the comments. And you know what? I'll have my little cool blaster effect that I use as my point. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I had to. Oh, yeah. So anyways, follow me on Instagram. That is with an E, Mighty Beastman, The Mighty Beastman. Follow me on Twitter at The Mighty Beastman. If you have Facebook, please feel free to join my group, the Legion of the Beastmen Realm, also known as Official Nernerdell Beastman. For also, big update, tomorrow, second episode of Throwback Thunder Thursday It's going to be a blast to your past. It was a blast to my past. It was a blast making it. It brought back a lot of good times, a lot of good memories. It's going to be dropping around 2 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. So if you're in that region of the time zone in the U.S., and if your notifications are turned on, you'll be notified of it coming out. And I'm hoping that it'll be a great thing for all the Pokemon fans, because, well, Throwback Thursday, Throwback Thunder Thursday, we're looking at the original, not all of my original, but a good portion. I'm going to kind of space it out. The old school Pokemon cards. I'm extremely excited to show those. I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, when are you going to be doing like your Pokemon card collection? I'm like, I don't know. I still got people who are wanting to see my Transformers collection. And eventually, once I get my display set to the way that I really like it, I will most definitely do a Transformers collection. And it's not all of them. Most of them are packed up and put away, and I don't have them out, but I got a fair amount that's on display. I think you guys will like that too. Once I get everything actually set up the way that I want it to be. So, thank you guys for watching. Remember, considering subscribing if you haven't already. If you're just popping in and you're like, hey, a Transformers review, that's pretty nifty, and by golly, it is pretty nifty. Like it if you like it. Comment. Again, I want to hear your stories about this Optimus Prime. Do you remember when it came out? Did you ever play War for Cybertron? I know I did. I played that so much. That's still one of my favorite Transformers games. So thank you for watching, and remember, keep on rocking in the free world, and till all are one.